pare that down as you're doing your research. And if you find schools that you want to apply to, add them to the list. Okay? So this is not set in stone. This is changeable.
And then in September, we kind of have to.
Yeah, in September, that's when we start switching them to the colleges I'm applying to.
So then once the student's ready to apply, Sam has decided he wants to do Barnard and Boston University. Okay,
So
Sam.
he can't do Barnard.
I know. Why did she put Barnard there? Okay, well, Sam cannot go there. But basically.
Yeah, maybe Sam is a girl.
Samantha. Okay,
Samantha,
so
there you go.
basically, this will also show whether or not they can use the Common App. Yes, you see this little computer here shows them that everything can be submitted electronically, when the deadline submission dates are. This here, no transcript, you're gonna see that. We usually get phone calls saying, you didn't send my kid's transcript out. We don't use this tab. We submit our transcripts another way because we require students to fill out a form. That way it's helpful for us to kind of keep track of everywhere they're applying. So whenever you see no transcript, it doesn't mean that we didn't send anything. You want to look at office status. And once that says office supplies submitted or paperwork submitted, you know that we submitted our information electronically. Okay, let's go back to.
Also, keep in mind too, deadlines. I always tell people double check the admissions website just to make sure that this is
At the bottom here, teacher recommendations, add cancel requests. When Sam decides who's going to write a letter for him, he's going to actually add the teacher, you know, and the teacher will go there and he'll write a little note saying, thank you so much for writing this letter. And the teacher will then have an Naviance account and they'll go in and they'll see that Sam requested them and now they have access to send their letter electronically for Sam. But we'll go over this again in May. So let's go back to colleges.
colleges I'm thinking about.
Just colleges a tab for a second. So now you basically have all these links. When you're looking at a college visit for September, up here where it says upcoming college visits, we start getting those in. College admissions officers will start contacting us over the summer. We'll enter them here, and you'll start to see who's coming, the date and time, and your student can actually click submit, sign up, and click the school that they want to sign up for. Then their list will be sent to guidance. So as long as they clear with their teacher, they can come and sign up for 6. Over here, right, if we wanted to look at, let's say, the college search, okay, you can do an advanced search. You can look at type, location, students, admission, athletics. Pick and choose what you want. It will give you a list of schools that you might want to consider based on how you've entered this information. Sometimes if you're too specific, though, it will give you nothing because of how you've entered the information. So for instance, if a student wants to try it, if they're having trouble with it, they can always come and see us and we can do it together. But for instance, let's just go and say that the student didn't want to do this, but they just wanted to see what Rutgers looked like. So just enter Rutgers. Every school with the name Rutgers will come out. Of course, Rutgers has 3 campuses. We're going to look at New Brunswick. And here what it's going to do is going to show you a bunch of information. What I like about this is it's going to give you a virtual tour right away. If you don't want to go to the website, here's the information on Rutgers. Here's the admissions phone number. Here's their fax machine. You want to call them? That's how you get their information. You don't have to go to their website. If you want to visit their website, you can click this link. And this is Sam. So Sam has a 3.2 GPA. Rutgers on an average has a 3.64 on an average, right? So what it does is it will compare your child to the university that they're considering looking at. And what I like about here is that it gives you information on financial aid, majors and degrees, student life, and admissions information. And in the past, it's going to show you. Okay, scroll down. It's going to show you who's applied since 2009, how many students applied, who were admitted, and how many enrolled from that number. So as you can see, although, yes, Rutgers is our state university, it's quite popular. Yes?
Is the GPA on the website, like, that says 3.2, is that your weighted GPA or your?
That's your core.
That's your core.
I think it's your core.
So the one that it says at 3.64, that's the GPA, the core GPA?
That's the core average here for everyone. So we use the same GPA for all students. And that average is coming up from the students who enrolled here and who were accepted. Okay, so then it tells you some general information. And let's look at the school statistics or the graph. Your graph. Okay, so here's our scattergram. And it's basically showing you who's applied, And then on the bottom, it gives you a legend. So everything in green are those accepted, everything in X's are those denied. The ones are blue and gold can mean a variety of things, sometimes deferred and then accepted. Can you scroll up? Scroll down?
Scroll down.
Okay, so then it kind of tells you whether or not the student was denied early action, were they deferred and then were accepted, were they deferred and then denied. So every scattergram is going to kind of let you know what you're looking at.
Keep in mind, this is not gonna tell you whether or not you're getting in.
Yeah, this is just.
It's just a tool to use to kind of, I've been using it, those of you who are on my caseload know that we've talked about this. I kind of use it so you can help figure out what falls into that target range, what falls into a reach range, and what falls into a likely range. Yep.
So if you sort of see what your GPA is and then what the average is, how would you sort of think that something would be considered a reach versus, right on target? Would you have to be exactly or above, or can you be a little below and still have that not be such a reach?
You could be a little
You could
below,
be a
but then
little
maybe it wouldn't be your likely school. You know what I mean? Maybe then you'll keep it as a more of a target kind of reach school. And then you'll find schools that maybe have a grade point average that are slightly below where you are to have a better idea of having a full range, like a full balanced list of schools.
Yeah, I mean, if you're within, we're looking at SAM, what was it, 3.29, and their average is 3.65. I mean, it might be a little bit of a reach, but keep in mind too, when you're looking at the averages, that includes the physics majors, it includes the dance majors, it includes the rocket scientists, it includes everybody. So, you kind of have to take this with a grain of salt. It's not an exact science.
When you're also looking at your schools, you want to look at all your options. You also have scholarship information on the bottom, and also scholarship college resources. Click on that. And here, it has every link to financial aid, military information, college and careers. You can go into the Common App here. You can go through U.S. News and World Report. How many of us like that? Scroll down. Financial information. You want to get to the CSS profile? There you go. FAFSA, there you go. FastWeb. So all your links are here, and then that way you don't have to kind of look for it on your own. Everything is in Allianz.
Now, FAFSA Forecaster, I just want to point out the difference between that and the actual FAFSA. The FAFSA goes live online January 1st. So, say next year, you're starting to think about, financial situations and you want to kind of get an idea. The FAFSA Forecaster, you can input information into that. It's a tool through the FAFSA website that kind of helps you. It's kind of like the calculators that are now on all of the college websites, just to kind of give you an idea. And you can actually save your information in the FAFSA Forecaster, and then it imports it into the FAFSA when you're ready to do that. But we'll get more into that later.
So pretty much we just want, our students to encourage parents to actually work together when using Family Connection. It is Family Connection, and so it's an opportunity for you guys to kind of sit down together and look at all the resources that are available. Let's go back to the presentation. Okay, so. Okay, so again, looking at a scattergram. Okay, it's a web-based program, also known as Family Connection. Supports your college career planning, available to all of these high school students since freshman year, actually since 8th grade. But of course, you get more options when you get into the high school. If your child doesn't know their username and password, we can reset it and give them the information, so they can just contact us. So what can you do with Family Connection? Collaborate, develop ideas, post-secondary planning, creating those lists. Complete surveys. Some students haven't completed the Do What You Are, so it might be interesting to see, based on your, personality, what's out there for you. If you don't have an intended major, looking at your deadlines, looking at scattergrams, definitely signing up for the visits in September. We would love to see you. And researching scholarship opportunities. We do add some scholarship information from the community, things that are submitted to us that students can apply for. So this is how students would sign on using their non-Behance account. This is what their login page looks like. Okay. And then, of course, these are the tabs that I showed you. And this is what it will look like when you're searching a school. First, this is Ithaca. Again, scattergram.
And keep in mind, the scattergrams are LHS only.
Resources, those links I showed you. So it's a great tool, you know?
NCAA, do we have any athletes here? No? Okay. There's a whole other world with NCAA. So if you're, if you're thinking about athletics, if you're thinking about playing a Division III, Division I sport, we can talk to you about that because there are certain requirements for NCAA that you need to fulfill that may not necessarily line up with your high school requirements. So.
Test registration. Many students are looking at doing the march. I've talked to a lot of my juniors who are looking to do the march. SAT, remember that space is limited. Other students from other schools can take the test here, although, we'd love to see Livingston High School students. The sooner you register for these tests, of course, the more likely you are to get a seat here. We don't offer every test at Livingston High School, but you want to go to the guidance website and see which ones we do offer. So we do offer the SATs, which is great. And of course, ACTstudent.org, the information is there.
And you can take it elsewhere too. You don't have to take it at Livingston.
Here. Some students like to.
Yeah, you can. I mean, sometimes it's good to be in a building where you're comfortable.
So what's next? Senior course selections will happen in March. We'll do freshmen, sophomores, then juniors. Counselors will hold individual meetings with students. We will invite your parents to attend. A letter will be sent in the mail. And review junior college series letters with upcoming programs. There is another one on April 28th. So we hope to see you guys there on the application process. And then, we send a newsletter with information on colleges and deadlines and programs and who's coming to visit. And I believe each parent in the town receives a newsletter, and it's just so much information. It's helpful, it answers a lot of the questions that you guys may have. So we encourage you guys to read it, or maybe just skim through it and find what you found interesting. All right, so this is an exciting time. We look forward to working with all of you juniors, soon to be seniors. You guys are our priority, although we love working with all of our students. We know that this is an exciting but stressful time, so we definitely want to help you with this process. Communicate with us. We encourage the juniors to come and see us more often. This is a time for us to get to know you a little bit better and spend that time with you. And definitely just keep us posted and let us know what's going on.
Yeah, and let us know any questions. Contact us.
So thank you. We'll be here for a few more minutes and just stretch safe, I guess. Thank you.